We're back here at Memorial Park in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Dave Ridenour with the PCTV Network Sports with the guy whose name we've heard a lot throughout the tournament in our telecast is Kenny Cass. And Kenny, the guy who started this whole thing 21 years ago. Maybe you could take us back a little bit down memory lane and how this whole thing got started, you and a couple of your buddies putting together a volleyball tournament.
That's correct, yes. Pam Cass, friend John Emmel, and a couple other friends decided, I just started playing my first doubles tournament. I said I'd like to do one of these in Pottstown. Worked with Parks and Rec, Gary Dorenzo, and this is what it's grown into.
It's amazing if you think about it, from 21 years when they had about 200 players up to 2012 when you're pushing nearly 2,000, you can't be happy with the way things have happened.
Yes, it's a monster. It's going great. It's turned into a reunion thing. It's this event I never would have dreamed what it became. Yes.
Well, the last couple of years you've had great weather, and again 2012 we want to thank the volleyball gods. Real nice weather, a little warm this afternoon, but I guess you have to be happy with the way the rain is hauled off, and some beautiful days for volleyball.
Yes, Rumble weather's known for 95 hot and humid with floods, rain, hail, so we're taking this right now, and also I'd like to throw some props out to all my friends on the Rumble staff, Pottstown Rumble, to make this happen, because if it wasn't for them, you couldn't pay people to do this and pull this off.
And I know you feel pretty good. Your son is involved now, and I know that makes you feel pretty good. And tell us about the role that he plays in helping with getting all the technology and up to the into the modern day, if you will.
Well, one thing, he doesn't have a choice because I'm his dad. But two, yes, he was a baseball player. That was his aspirations. And shoulder surgeries, fate, whatever. I never let him play volleyball because of that. And now he's into it. Now he loves it. When he was a kid, he wouldn't even wear a Pottstown Rumble shirt because his mom and his dad, Pam, couldn't be cool if we did it. Now he's into it. And yeah, he brings us in. He does things I wanted to do. I don't know how to do. He's doing for us now.
That's super. And again, look a little bit into the future now as we look forward to 2013, 14, 15. What do you see? Do you see this thing continue to grow, or are you going to peak out at some point? What do you see in the future?
My dream aspirations is to build a stadium around this court, have a sponsor like Exelon, Comcast to bring in the $100,000 and just pack the place and put on an event, make this the Wimbledon of volleyball, because they still have this little stigma on the beach. I say if tennis can bounce a ball off grass and call it Wimbledon, you surely can jump off the grass. It's doubles volleyball. It's a different surface.
And if anybody knows Kenny Cass, knows if he has a vision and dream, he's going to chase it down. And I want to thank you for taking a minute to stop over. I know you've had a busy weekend, but we've really enjoyed our first trip down here from PCTV Network Sports. And thanks for everything, and good luck in the future.
Thank you, Dave, and PCTV Sports.
Okay, Dave Ridenour here with PCTV Sports Network. We'll be right back with some more volleyball action right after this.
Feeling like you're getting buried by technology? Well, it's time to bring your geek factor up a notch. The PCTV Network, your hometown station, is proud to present Tech Topics, a weekly live and interactive show hosted by Pottstown's own tech wizard, Doug Crawford. Tech Topics' purpose is to help you get the most out of the technology you already have and introduce you to new technology worth your attention. Get better value, more creativity, more enjoyment, higher productivity, and save time and money. Come watch, listen, learn, and interact live from the web. Check out the PCTV Network for more information. Be there and be a little square.
The PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. Check out June's special programming, the Upper Perkiomen Spring Concert, the Soapbox Derby, and professional volleyball with the Pottstown Rumble. New programs, a new energy, and it's all streaming 24/7 on the PCTV Network. Make your connection today.
Hey, hi folks, I'm Mike Yanessa.
Hey, we're excited about a new show on PCTV Network called Car Stories. Our show's about old car stories, new car stories, and local automobile history. Join us live every Wednesday on the PCTV Network. Hey, we're looking forward to hearing from you.
Remember, it's live on PCTV.
We're back here at the 21st Annual Pottstown Rumble. Dave Ridenauer and Adam Brocious here in the men's semifinal. The winner of this will be in the finals up against Dana Camacho and Andre Belov. And the guys are starting to warm up. And you mentioned while we were off air there again, Adam, about the volleyball bodies. And here we're going to see another contrasting style with Andrew Dentler, Mark Jones going up against Chad Nolan and Craig Detrick.
Right, and what you'll see is Andrew, who is the young man hitting right now. He's going up to hit a ball. He's 6'6" or 6'7", just a big blaster. Smart player, no doubt. Good defensive player, but a big blaster, tall guy. Then you have Mark Jones, also looks like a young, very fit, 6'3", 6'4" player. And then you have Chad Nolan, a little bit smaller, but Chad's a very smart, good blocker, very athletic. You have Craig Dietrich, who probably carrying, a little bit bigger body, but Craig is a great defensive player, really smart around the court, sees the court really well, and all you got to do with the ball is hit the grass. So it doesn't really matter exactly what shape you're in or what kind of body you have, just make the ball hit the grass. So what you notice, Dave, is the two guys refereeing this match. The other penalty, when you lose, you're out of the tournament. But the other penalty when you lose is you usually have to ref the next match.
Well, looks like you get to drink a cold beer, though, and relax a little bit and have some fun there.
Yeah.
That's also fun at the end of the day.
And that's really the best thing about Pottstown is the whole event is fun. It's not just winning or losing a single game, and yeah, you want to win all the time, but it's an event, and you'll see a lot of players around here. A lot of other tournaments you go to, when people lose, they're packing up their car and they just take off. Here, you're hanging out in the beer tent, you're watching, we have TV going, you have tons of players that played all day, and maybe they lost a few hours ago. Myself, I lost a lot of hours ago, but I love sitting around watching and talking with players, and this is I think a big volleyball family, and it's a fantastic event put on by Ken Kaz and Pam and a whole bunch of other hard-working people.
Well, it certainly is, and I mentioned it a couple of times earlier. I don't think Kenny Cass gets enough credit in the Pottstown area for what he does and what he brings into this area and all the people here, and it's grown over the 21 years to nearly 2,000 participants and players at the level that we've been able to see, and this is a great event. You see all the tents around and people are hanging out, staying out of the sun a little bit and enjoying themselves. It is like a vacation. It's a little bit of a camping trip, if you will, for the weekend.
Sure. A lot of people get hotels in town, so I think it's good for the in-town community.
I would think so, yeah.
Good for the economy here. The big addition this year is the big Pottstown Rumble Volleyball. It looks like about 15-foot high volleyball and big inflatable. Pottstown Rumble, established 1991. It just gives a great environment here. You have the big eagle on the one side, the big volleyball on the other side, and center court right in between.
Well, we are moments away from this second men's semifinal. Again, the winner will be in the final going up against Dana Camacho and Andre Belov. That'll be for the grand prize.
So, this is pretty interesting here because Chad Nolan, who is on our right side right now.
Right, with his hat back on, yep.
Right. And Chad has played with Andrew Dentler a few times this year and have won a few tournaments this year. Andrew's won the last 3 or 4 he's played, and Chad is a smart player, a good blocker, but now they're opposing each other. And that happens a lot at bigger events. You find someone you're comfortable with and you go and you play against former partners and things. So I've played against 3 out of 4 of these gentlemen for a long time. I played against Andrew, against Chad, against Craig. I've never played against Mark, but Mark looks like a really solid player, and if he's getting to this point in the event, you know he's a good player.
Well, I want to send a quick message out to the Gehringer Mechanical. We want to thank them for lending us their lift truck. Our buddy Rusty is high up there, perched, so you see some good over the top shots. That's our guy Rusty up there. Again, Gehringer Mechanical. We want to thank them for plumbing and heating and air conditioning, all the electrical needs. Give them a call, but we want to thank them for that advantage point. And Gus, this is a note to you. We have nothing on our monitor. A little sideline there. It's hard to have communication with the production truck without going out over the air sometimes. But we are having a little bit of a difficulty with our monitor. But we are on air here, as we are again moments away as the guys are shaking hands. And it looks like the team of Nolan and Dietrich are going to be going from our left to right. Dentler and Jones will be going from our right to left as we are about to start our second semifinal.
Dave, I watched the last match that Dentler and Jones were in, and they were down 14-11, and Dentler went back and got on the little, big serving kick. He served 5 aces in a row to close that match out. Very impressive way he finished out that match. I wonder if he has some of that electricity going on again.
Very emotional too, as I end up seeing that match myself as we are sitting around here getting ready for our semifinals, and there's the first opening play, and a good save, and a good block.
Dentler's turn.
And there's Dietrich with the return, but that goes out of bounds, and that'll be point, I believe. Oh no, okay, side out.
No, that's a point.
Point, I thought they served it, yep.
Now, okay. What you saw that game, Chad Nolan is not the biggest volleyball player. He's maybe 6 foot, 6'1", very smart blocker, one of the best blockers out here that play doubles. And he got one block already. And unfortunately, they didn't get the point, but we're going to see if he gets a whole bunch. That's what I expect to see with him throughout this match.
Okay, we start out 1-0 now as Mark Jones is on service. You can see some communications right now between he and Andrew Dentler. Andrew Dentler is the one with no shirt. There's Jones in the gray with the jump service.
Nolan picks it up and swinging hard, blocks there, but he puts it inside.
He blocked it, but it went out of bounds, and that'll be side out to Dietrich.
Now, Chad Nolan and Craig Dietrich, they were the #1 seed out of pool play yesterday, which means what they did is not only did they win all their games, but they had the biggest point differential that gets them the best seed in the tournament.
Nice float serve by Dietrich. Oh, man, and there's a slam by Mark Jones. And that ball just got in that back corner. That'll be side out to Andrew Dentler.
We'll see if Andrew has some of the magic that he had at the end of the last match come in and maybe fire off an ace or two and build a little bit of a lead.
He is serving at 1-love. His jump serve is a little bit long as he's jacked up for this one. And he'll have to chase that ball down a little bit as it goes out of the confinements. And they do a nice job with all the banners to sort of encompass this court. Remember, we are at center court, court number 1. Back to the action here as Dentler goes up with a cross court. Does a nice job of getting a side out. That'll go back to Jones at the serve.
And that type of hit is what you can do when you're 6'6" or 6'7". Just reach up, hit it high, hard angle. It's hard to defend that.
There's Jones as he's getting ready for his jump serve. Gets that high toss, but a good pass coming from Nolan, and there's a good play. And again, another strike down in that open area, cross court.
Now there are a lot of guys that serve really hard in these tournaments. Really, a great strategy is just to pop the ball high on your side to make sure that you can get a play on it and the other team can't. And that's what that's a big difference in open compared to other levels. So it looked like they just called a hands call, so that should be a point for Dietrich and Nolan.
Okay.
And the hands call means that he tried to hand set the ball and it wasn't cleanly done, so they call it an infraction for that.
Around goes line.
Oh, and a nice play by Dentler as he finds that open area. And he will serve at 1-1 here in the men's semifinals. Remember, the winner of this will take on Dana Camacho and Andre Bella for the $4,000 first prize here in the 21st annual Pottstown Rumble Grass Volleyball Tournament. Dentler back